let's make an intro.
Let's...
Alright.
Okay. Hey guys, this is Oz from the Casual Duelist channel, joined with. Say your guys' name.
Alright, I guess I'm anonymous.
Mickey. Not that.
Man, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Why not?
Owen, as you could tell by his groan. It's a straight.
Casual.
Woohoo!
Alright, so what do you want to talk about first? FAs or Vendreads?
Let's talk about
the channel.
I feel like, the channel.
Like-
Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah, we've been silent for like 2 months.
I think it's been longer than that.
Summer, and we all have jobs.
Yeah, we're in college, so like right now it's not college season, you know?
It's
So we're kind of busy
now
with
is
that.
the time when real life gets in the way of me playing my children's cardboard.
I haven't even bought anything. This is just how bad it's gotten. Other
Well,
than
you
Okay.
left for a while. At least you claimed you had left for a while.
I left for 3 weeks, and then I'm like, oh, well, fuck magic.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna try to make some kind of regular basis. Probably not extremely often, but you know, I like to keep some videos every week or two at minimum. I don't know, that'd be kind of nice.
I have a
Good.
video coming. It's of the 3 booster boxes of Battles of Legend, Light's Revenge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have a box opening. Thanks to
I hope y'all are ready for a bunch of interruptions, because that was essentially the video. But it's gonna be long, and I'm going to pull everything I want. Except for 3 Into the Voids, because, spoilers, that didn't happen.
You know, I was going to say let's start with Vendreads first, because I think the hype is more real, but maybe by that logic we should save the best for last.
Yeah,
I was kind of agree.
we want people
I
to
don't-
watch the video, so...
I don't want to on a sour note of FAs.
Alright, well speaking of FAs, I guess we'll start with them. So
Okay.
FAs are the newest, or at least half of the newest TCG exclusive archetypes that are coming to us. The first 4 cards were announced, and to a resounding but I feel like that's probably how most TCG exclusive happens. Admittedly, I don't know the reaction to Cosmos and shit. I bet that was probably bigger, but I don't know. It all depends. Because if the first 4 cards released for Cosmos were the worst, then it'd be like, well, shit, I guess.
It was like the 4 best cards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got Strawman and Farm Girl in this first set.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure they got Forerunner and then, Light Sword, I think. Well, I know second set had Dark Destroyer and nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
Alright,
But I
so FA... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Austin.
I was going to say, I think Cosmos and possibly BA, if I'm not mistaken, were the only 2 TCG exclusives that were playable from day one. That
Hmm.
would have at least, but BAs were a little before my time, so I really don't know.
A little before my time.
Yeah, they were
I don't-
basically playable.
Technically, they were before and after our time.
They
that
were
weird
playable
part.
because Sandganon, Tour Guide.
Woot woot. Alright, so let's get into it. So the whole point of FA is to manipulate the monster's levels, at least the whole point is so far, and they get effects and attack based off those levels. So we got... Oh, and they're race cars. I was really tempted to play the theme song from Acceleracers as soon as this chat started, but I decided against it. So let's see. So the first one is FA Sonic Meister. 0 attack, 1000 defense. It's level 4 Wind Machine. This card gains attack equal to its level times 300. Both monsters do that. Cannot be destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster whose original level or rank, love that, is lower than this card's level. Each time an FA spell trap is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1. If this card's level is 7 or higher, it can make up to 2 attacks during the battle phase. So, I wish the attack... You know what, hold on, before we discuss, let's get the other monster out of the way, because it's basically the same thing. Gains 300 times its attack, unaffected by the activated effects of opponent's monsters whose original rank level is lower than this card's level. Each time an FA spell trap is activated, increase this card's level by 1. If this card's level 7 or higher, any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. So, first off, I wish the attack boost was a little higher. I've actually been testing them out, and if it was 350, that'd be really nice. Because if you want these guys to go to 3,000 attack, you have to get them all the way up to level 10, and it's ugh.
Yeah, that's a little annoying.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about anything with this archetype. Like, skill drain GG, like, it's just
Pretty
dumb.
much.
Yeah.
It's unless of course they get like a monster that's like, if this card is level 7 or higher, it's unaffected by spells and traps. But you can't rely on that to A, come out, and B, you have that in your hand. So I don't know. The first one can attack twice, but only on monsters.
It has to be
And
level 7.
And the second one, okay, I will say this. After testing them out, getting them to level 7 turn 1 is actually very easy.
With the
So-
field spell.
Without
With the field spell and their other spell. And also with some outside help too. There's more support, well, not a ton, there's actually very little. But there's more support than I thought that manipulates the levels of cards, so it's fairly easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
the
when they're
Zexal
level
era
7
was weird.
So when they're level 7, one can attack twice, and the other becomes Dark Claw.
Yeah.
So, eh.
It's really hard
Well,
to judge an archetype based off of 4 cards.
Definitely.
That's and
But we'll
I
do it anyway.
the first impressions of both of them, I kind of felt like FAs were kind of like the spirals of like Dark Illusions. You know how like everyone's like, what do they do? Nothing. But like they do like FAs, but like it's a very outdated way of playing, like just attacking with such a old fashioned way. You know.
Well, I will say this: there's a trap card made pretty much exclusively for these guys that increases the level of all level 5 machines on the field to anywhere between 5 and 9. So if you get that trap, and you're almost always going to start these guys out at level 5 or higher, then you're pretty much guaranteed 2 level 9 monsters with, what would that'd be 2,700 attack each. So, but again, that's a 2-card combo that's not searchable that you have to rely on. And that'll probably change. I hope to God it will change. Konami's been pretty decent with designing their archetypes lately, so I'd be shocked if these guys didn't eventually get some form of searcher, but
Stratos.
Can you repeat that?
oh well, I was just saying I'd be shocked if they didn't get some kind of searcher in the future, because Konami, and I know we give a lot of shit to Konami, but they've been surprisingly good at making decent archetypes lately. At least I feel that way.
Decent searchers?
Archetypes. I'm sorry, am I cutting out?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, let me try something real quick.
He's fine on my end, so I don't know.
It might be
I
my
guess.
internet.
All right, how's this sound?
You sound okay right now.
Okay, good. All right, so let's get into the next one. The quick play spell. No, you know what? Let's do the field spell. Field spells are important because every archetype has to have a field spell. FA Circuit Grand Prix. Increase the level of all FA monsters on the field by 2 during the battle phase only. Once per turn, when your FA monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, draw a card. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed by any card effect, not your opponent's, thank you, you can add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand, except Grand Prix. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, first off, I really appreciate how the field spell is actually part of the archetype. That's nice.
Yeah.
Bravo, Konami. Bravo.
But watch it be like a monkey's paw, though. Like, the twist is that its destruction effect is the only searching FA ever gets. Shit.
I mean, it's what Cosmos had. Kind of.
So, battle phase, gain 600, get their levels up. And if you activate this during the battle phase, they are going to be level 7, because you'll normal summon 1, it'll be level 4. Activate Grand Prix, it'll be level 5 because of its own effect. And then, battle phase, it'll become level 7, so that's something. But even then, like, level 7, it's only 2,100 attack. Like, you're not doing much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not a bad card.
No,
But
I don't
it's
think so.
definitely, I'd at least wait until circuit break to see what happens.
FA,
Yeah, I think
I feel like they need something that's here. Here's a good searcher for them. Destroy 1 card you control, search an FA card. Then you can destroy your field spell, get 2 searches. Boom.
So a mix between Cosmo Town and Diagram. Alright. That's what I'm getting from that, and one of those 2 cards I fear is probably going to get hit, so...
So clearly, this archetype seems to be very battle-centric. They gain attack, they gain more attack in the battle phase, and it incentivizes you to attack, because if you destroy a monster, you get to draw a card with the field spell. So that seems to be where this archetype is going. And hell, one of them can attack twice if it's level 7.
Yeah.
I kind of think that it would just be like they're all kind of standalones. So it'd been nice if it was like level that like all level 7 FAs or higher gain this attack, like getting this effect. Like I know one's Dark Law, so that doesn't really count, but like the other one's attack twice. Like that'd be really awesome if like that if this was level 7 or higher, all level 7 or higher FAs can attack twice.
Yep.
See, that would like some kind of synergy, I think.
Alright, and then they also have a quick play spell, the best kind. FA Downforce. Target 1 FA monster you control. Increase its level by 2 until the end of the turn. During your main phase, except the turn, this card was sent to the graveyard. Banish this card. Target an FA monster you control. Increase its level by 2 until the end of this turn. So, even though both of its effects only last till the end of the turn, because FAs gain a level every time you activate an FA card, they will gain 2 permanent levels off of both activations of this card, because they don't specify whether the FA card activated needs to be on the field or not. So that's something.
Yeah, it just says a spell or trap card or effect is activated on the monsters, so...
Yeah, so if you activate... And it's a quick play, too, so, you know, if you got the field spell out, and your card's like, we'll say it's like level 7, because that's a pretty decent... That's usually the level I get them up to, unless I just open with a really good hand. Your opponent's like 2100 attack? I fucking got this. They enter the battle phase. Grand Prix gives them 600 more attack. Activate Downforce, that gains them 900 more attack. And all of a sudden, they just went from 2100 to 3600? My math might be wrong. But it's like, oh, fuck.
If they're level 12, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, if your opponent is foolish enough to attack before you play your quick play, and then you play your quick play, you'll draw off Grand Prix. Of course, this will probably not happen much. I'm just naming any combos I can think of with only 4 cards.
Woo-wee.
Woo-wee.
What was I going to say here? Oh, yeah. FAs don't specify, so I'm assuming you can make their levels past 12, or is that a mechanic where it has to stop at 12?
No.
Well, according to Yugo, according to the Yugo Pro, which I've been testing on, you can go forever. I think the high, I had like solemn warnings and lose 1 turns all over the place, so I was able to keep my monsters on the field for a long time. I think I got two FA monsters at level 16. It was fucking amazing.
That sounds like a deck that you can throw the calculator in and just win.
Ooh, it's a good idea, Colin.
I didn't. Yeah.
But yeah, and it's pretty neat. There's nothing like there is no better feeling than just having a level 16 monster with a shit ton of attack and good effects on the field. But it's building up to that. That is the problem.
Yeah. It seems aight, but for now, I just think Vendreads are a million times better. Plus, this deck's like super weak to any back row at all.
Speaking of
Yeah, that's the ironic thing.
Unless there's something more you want to say.
Oh, I just want to say how ironic it is that FAs are so battle-centric, but they lose to Mirror Force.
Yeah, they... You know, Austin, you were talking about how they should have had like a sort of ancient gear effect, and I think that's true. Maybe they'll get like a continuous spell that's like it's called FA something, so they'll get a level when it activates. It'll have something like all FAs get 1 free level while this card's on the field, and then it'll also say like your opponent can't activate spell or traps or shit like that when they attack.
What would be really cool is a continuous spell or trap that has an activated effect. Like, so every turn you can activate it, maybe every, like, even... So that'll boost up their levels every time you do it. That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, Colin, since you're the one recording this, it's important if you can hear Austin. Is he?
Yeah, he's cutting out a lot.
All
I
right.
guess my internet.
It's all right. I'm catching most of it.
And I think people got what the majority of what you're trying to say. Like, yeah, like every activate. So some cards that I found that were good. There's a pendulum monster who's normal, so you can search it with painful decision. That simply says once per turn, increase any monster on the field level by 1. So you get 2 of those out. Those are 2 free level 2s, 2 free levels. There's the trap card, which is amazing. There's the Monster Reborn trap, which also increases a level. So like, there's stuff there. The deck is just missing the essentials like searchers and protection and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a back row heavy deck, though, the pendulum scales might not be a good idea, especially coming tomorrow.
I was.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, hopefully the rest of the support will be good enough that we don't have to rely on slow-ass, easily destroyed and interrupted pendulums. But that brings us to Vendread, who are the sick new cool boys in town.
Konami made it a point by giving them 5 cards instead of 4.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So let's start.
Generic zombies.
Zombos. Alright, so let's start off with. So they're a ritual zombie deck, and because of that, I think it's important to start off with the ritual spell. Vendread Origin. Not a Vendread card, Konami, but
No,
whatever.
it's a Vendread card.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it has Vendread
Yeah, it has
in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it has Vendread in it. That counts. Alright, that's nice. This card can be used to ritual summon any Vendread ritual monster from your hand or graveyard. That's nice. You must also tribute monsters from your hand, field, and or banish zombie monsters from your graveyard. That's really nice. Whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. If Vendread Slayers you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard. So, pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know.
I mean, let's all agree that pre-prep works. So there's no arguing with that.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
works.
So you guys are gonna have to explain this to me because everyone was freaking out about it. What exactly is the whole pre-prep controversy right here? I don't get it.
People thought it wasn't able to be searched because it says you can use it to ritual summon any Vendread ritual monster from your hand or graveyard, and pre-prep says it has to have a specific name. Well, it does in the protection effect. If Revendread, God, I wish I could speak. Revendread Slayer you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, blah blah blah. Because it lists a name there.
That
you
is the
can
most.
pre-prep.
That's the most like lawyery, technical, fucking wordplay shit I've ever heard. But
Well, the dude who does the videos for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Official, like the Konami channel, I forgot what his name is, Jerome, I think, confirmed it 100%.
yeah, I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying, like, that seems exactly like something this fucking game would do.
Yeah, but I'm glad it does.
But who is Vendread Slayer it keeps talking about? Well, it is their only ritual card so far, and it reads, you can ritual... Oh, sorry. It is a level 6 zombie. You can ritual summon this card, 2400 attack, 0 defense, with any Vendread ritual spell, so we'll probably get more. Once per battle, if this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, quick effect, you can banish a zombie monster from your graveyard. This card gains 300 attack. If this ritual summoned card is sent to the graveyard, add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send a Vendread monster from your deck to your graveyard. You can only activate the effect of Vendread Slayer once per turn. It's just kind of okay, honestly.
It's okay on its own.
Yeah.
But with
On its own. Right.
with the monsters we'll talk about in a second, it's definitely better.
Yeah. And something that I point out is if for some reason you have him on the field for multiple turns and you had a lot of fuel to banish in your graveyard, the 300 attack boost is permanent. It isn't just for the battle phase or anything. He gains 300 attack like permanently every time he battles. you can do
So-
that.
Yeah, so hopefully, ideally, monsters you summon almost always survive if you summon them properly. So by the time your opponent's fighting this thing, ideally it'll be a 3k attack, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's respectable.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, except for the Vendread zombies, you really don't want to banish zombies, just because they have so much graveyard recursion.
Yeah.
Like the only one acceptable is Mizuki because it's Mizuki.
Right. Actually, Colin, since you know so much more about zombies, just based on the 5 cards we have now, what like archetypes do you think will be pretty what would you want to splash into a Vendread deck?
Well, a zombie synchro build seems fine because if you can make Omega, and no, when he banishes himself and comes back, he goes to a main monster zone. Keep that in mind.
Ooh, that's right.
He can recur. During your opponent's standby phase, he can take a banished card and put it back in the graveyard. So Mizuki's probably one Gozuki, Solitaire, and Unizombie. Probably want those. I feel like it's going to be a graveyard heavy deck, so I probably wouldn't hurt to throw like a Fairy Tale Snow in, maybe.
By the way, sorry if I'm sniffling a bit. I just came back from getting over a cold and I still got a stuffy nose.
It's all good. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd run. I mean, your pre-preps, your regular prep, just Manjus.
Okay,
Stuff.
so that'll bring us to the first monster that was revealed for the Vendreads, Vendread Houndhorde, with some fucking awesome. You know what? Before we read the effect, let's just get one thing out of the way. The artwork on these guys looks so cool.
True.
Yeah, Konami really stepped up their game with this one. They weren't playing around with no cute animals. Fucking Performer Pals.
All right. If this card, level 3 Dark Zombie with 0 attack and 2100 defense, pretty decent defense stats there for level 3.
Yeah.
If the card is in your GY, you can discard one Vendread card and special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. A Vendread monster ritual summoned using this card on the field gains the following effect. You can use each of the preceding effects of Vendread Houndhorde once per turn. The effect the ritual monster gains is, once per turn, quick effect. Target one spell trap your opponent controls and banish it for free. So, it sucks that it has to be on the field, but considering how easy it is to special summon this thing out, just seems like a really good card to me.
Yeah. It's basically a Cosmic Cyclone without the cost.
That you can use once per turn during either player's turn.
Yep. So it's pretty good. I don't know what else to really say. It's definitely good for stun, and with the other monster, it's essentially becomes. I won't spoil it, but I'm gonna spoil it. I know that made a lot of sense. It basically becomes ABC Dragon Buster, but without the discard effect, or the summoning the A, B, and C, whatever. That was dumb. Anyways, next monster.
Well, real quick, Austin, do you have anything to say?
I think the best part about this monster and the other monster we're going to talk about is that it can recur itself. So I think that's just a really great part about this.
And they're zombies. I feel like that's kind of what they're supposed to do. Now, if they gave some form of reborn effect to every zombie, it'd be stupid. But I'm glad that they do stuff with the type because it just makes sense. All right. Vendread Revenants, probably rocking the best artwork out of the bunch. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect or by battle, and sent to your GY, you can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. I'm detecting a theme. A Vendread ritual monster summoned using this card on the field gains the following effect. You can only use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls and banish it. So, it's a level 4, and the other guy's a level 3. So, if you had both of these guys on the field, and you summoned out your Vendread Slayer, man, you'd be dealing with one fucking hell of a boss monster. I mean, I guess the attack would be kind of low on Slayer because both of these will be. if both of these get banished from their effects, its attack might be low, depending on what you have in the graveyard. But if neither of them get banished, then you've got 2 cards in the graveyard. By the time your opponent attacks, it'll be at 3k, and can just banish a monster in a spell trap whenever it wants. That is best case scenario, and probably won't happen a whole lot, but who knows, with the support it gets in the future, maybe it will happen more than we think it will.
Something to keep in mind, sorry to interrupt, but it's
Good.
that special summoned monster, so any deck that revolves around normal summoning kind of glosses over the effect. Like Monarchs, like no one's playing Monarchs anymore, but still it could happen, and
Oh, you're right.
True
you're right.
Draco as well.
Which is a problem, but I suspect both True Draco and Zoo does care about this effect, but I'm just mentioning them,
Yeah.
will get hit in a ban list pretty soon. I suspect. You never know.
The
funny thing is
they
this
will.
is the good thing is too.
What?
Could you repeat that?
I said the funny thing about this is that this deck actually has a pretty decent matchup against Zoo. Like Dryden does nothing but like benefit them
How
Yeah.
so?
because they all have effects that are like by opponent's card effect or something like the support cards, especially like that new Samurai, like Skull Samurai or Samurai.
We'll get to him. He's mentioned in the same Reddit thread as the Vendread monsters.
Alright, I guess we can continue on to the trap.
Alrighty then, the trap. Here it is. Vendread Re-Origin. It's just a normal trap, and it says, target a face-up monster your opponent controls that has a level. Tribute it, and if you do, special summon a Vendread token, Zombie Dark, attack and defense both 0, with a level equal to the tributed monster's original level. While the token special summoned by this effect is on the field, you cannot normal or special summon monsters except Vendread monsters. So clearly this is just meant to ritual summon your shit out, and even if you don't use it for that, and you should, it's a non-targeting, non-destruction removal effect, which is pretty nice.
It targets.
Yeah, it targets.
What?
It says target one face-up monster your opponent controls has a level.
Oh, yes, it does. Well,
It's the first
whatever.
word.
That-
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways, well, the point is, it's still tributing, which is
Yeah.
something your opponent does not always expect, ever, unless it's kaijus, but
Well, people have been citing Massive Restrict a lot lately for True Draco, so I'd imagine they'd probably still leave it in.
yeah. It just sounds like this
Possibly.
deck would be a lot better once True Dracos are expunged from existence.
Yeah, there's not a lot to worry about once the only tribute-based deck that's relevant is gone. We'll see, though.
A point to remember though about this new trap that is a secret for some reason. They make this the secret is that it's a kaiju, but it's only for level monsters. It doesn't even include ranks, which
Oh,
is
shit. Didn't even think about
kind
that.
of stupid.
Especially with the new Link format coming up. But I guess it depends on the deck. I feel like you're still probably going to be able to get that effect off most of the time. The majority of monsters still have levels.
Yeah.
And another thing is that a lot of the cards, like especially like Hound and things like that, will say you can discard a Vendread to special summon. So that would imply that you want Vendread cards that benefit in the grave. But this has absolutely no benefit being in the graveyard.
Well, it is a trap. I don't know. I guess it's just like, what the hell are you doing nowadays if you don't have some sort of banish effect on your spells and traps? But whatever.
Exactly.
Alright, on to the honorary Vendread support, Samurai Skull. Dark Zombie level 4, 1700 attack, 0 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can send a zombie-type monster from your deck to your GY. If this face-up card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower zombie monster from the deck except Samurai Skull. I don't know what else needs to be said. This card's fucking great.
Yeah. I'd say so.
It's like another copy of Gozuki, I think, but like I don't know, like different.
Well, like all those, like Gozuki variants and shit like that, they all benefit from being in the grave so that they can banish themselves. And since this thing's a level 4, you know, you do it, and if you have a tuner somewhere, use. I don't know. I'm not that great with zombies, but the point is, it'll start your plays up, which I think is good, and it floats, which is also good.
I'm not a fan of this card.
Oh,
And it is one reason why. What was that noise?
sorry, Jake just sent me a message on Facebook. I'll mute my phone real quick.
Nah, you're good. It is one little phrase right at the beginning when this card is normal summoned.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yes.
the real, it's like, would you use this over Unizombie? And I don't think you would.
No, absolutely not. Unizombie is like one of the best tuners in the game. I would never use it over that. And even then, I'd rather go into Solitaire so I can at least just go into. Because Solitaire is a 1-card Omega to this day. So, in order to get a lot of use out of this, I have to be running Brilliant Fusion. And I don't know how long Brilliant Fusion is going to stay relevant. By relevant, I mean at 3.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a good point. I guess, like, knee-jerk reaction is it's great, and I still think it is great. It's just outclassed by shit that's already, out.
Yeah, it's like you normal this, send a zombie from deck to grave, and it's like, okay, now what? Because I need more zombies in grave.
Yeah, I kind of like Gozuki better because he's more versatile. Because he, granted, it's during your main phase, so it isn't like a trigger, but like he can just every main phase of yours, he can send a zombie from deck to grave. So it's just a lot more like versatility.
Yeah, there's some goofy combos you can do with them. If this said normal summon or special summon, I would think this card's absolutely incredible. But
Yeah, man.
it doesn't. And that's its problem.
Well, what are your thoughts, gentlemen, on this new Zambi-type deck?
I think this will be, in relation to Cosmos and Burning Abyss, as the better of the two. For now.
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah, I mean, Konami's thrown curveballs when I thought Subterror was going to be better with Spirals, but now Spirals have a fucking FTK, so...
With the fucking cannon machine guy, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but...
Yeah, Cannon Soldier FTK. I mean, there's like 100 of those, but none of them are as consistent as this.
I kind of love it just because Cannon Soldier's such a stupid card. Like, but, it is degenerate, and I do hate it, but...
Yeah, I just don't like Burn in general. What else do we want to talk about?
What else do we want to talk about? There's a new structure deck coming out that is reprinting Dimensional Barrier.
Oh, yeah, that. It's good.
Yeah, they just got announced.
Well,
Tempted.
anything else, friends?
Not really.
I think we're good.
All right. Cool.
Alright, I guess that's the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on...
Smash
Yeah.
that motherfucking like button.
Smash it.
Also,
It'll give us good.
Leave a comment. Tell us what you think about Vermilion Dragon Mech getting a reprint. Best card.
hey, it's
Leave a
good
comment
card.
if you watched more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you watch more than 10 seconds.
They won't know to leave a comment unless they got this far.
Austin, make sure
Leave a
to...
comment if you got this far.
That's true. Austin, make sure to put like 30 ads on the video.
Well.
And make all of
Turn
them.
on.
Make all of the ads the fucking with no cards on the field. A normal summon Dark Magician. Attack directly. GG.
How does he attack? I'm still mad at that, by the way.
I actually, after it played on me for, the 30th time, I decided to finally just watch the whole thing, and it is just as stupid as I thought it would be.
Neither of those people even play Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't get it at all. Like, one dude the dude who said, no monsters left on the field, I fuck your mom. GG. Well, it's like, he plays Pokemon Go still, which is a rare occurrence in itself. And then the chick, I'm pretty sure, just is like, lol, I'm Gamer Grill.
Thanks to
XD.
your cutting Kyber Corp technology, you can now put it in my ass.
I fucking hate that one.
All right, let's end
All right.
the video.
Make me.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you
Alright,
next
see you,
year.
kids.
For watching.
Bye.